You're listening to Good Morning Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County, Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Thursday at 11 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is really a beautiful day here in Gwinnett County. 74 degrees it's 74 right now, y'all. It's 10 o'clock and it's 74 degrees, going up to a high of 83. Sunshine. It was beautiful yesterday. It was lovely yesterday. It's lovely today. And I'm looking forward to a great day. I am. So listen, last week I had some technical issues. I love technology, but sometimes technology drives me bananas, right? So I had some technical issues last week. I was starting something new. I had Gwinnett Wednesday coming up, so that's going on. I had, Word of the Week with Georgette Taylor. So that was my issue. So last week I have a bunch of computers. So I decided to switch computers, move things around, like redecorating and all this kind of stuff. And some kind of way, the system wasn't set up to take calls. Now, I thought it was set up because it looked set up when I looked at it. Okay, yeah, that looks great. It's set up. Everything is good. Wasn't so great. Wasn't great. And then I couldn't get Georgette on, so I had to wind up doing the Word of the Week. It wasn't my job to do that. That was her thing. It's her word. And she wanted to give us the word. She pulled it. It comes a special way to her and all that good stuff. But she gave it to me. She sent me a text. She gave me the word. I gave you the word for the week. But today, Georgette is with me. Thank God. I don't have to give you the word. She's going to share the word with us. So, Georgette, thank you for joining us this morning for our Word of the Week.
You're so welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad everything is working. I know that technology can be rough, let me tell you.
Yes, it can. I was just doing a consultation. I was doing a consultation with my daughter before, and you're gonna like this one. Before I started the show, it was like 9:40, and she's like, "Listen, I don't like my website, right?" So I was like, "Who you hosting the website with? She's like, I said, GoDaddy. She's like, yeah. I said, yeah, GoDaddy is not gonna be conducive to what you're trying to do. You're gonna need a WordPress site. So she's like, I know, I need a chance. So listen, I can't finish this consultation right now, sugar. I got to get on the air. But when I get off, we'll talk about it. Because GoDaddy has its good things and it's easy, but it doesn't have a lot of functionality built in. And so what she's trying to do, she needs a little bit more functionality. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day. When it comes to website, I told her, listen, I'll set you up a WordPress site later on, but right now I got to get on the air. So welcome, Georgette. Come on, let's give us the word of the day so I can get on and give you your horoscopes.
Okay, sure enough. Hold on a second. I have to shuffle my cards, because I don't like pulling stuff ahead of time because, I just think it's just more appropriate to pull live since we're doing this live, right? Okay.
Okay, y'all hear her shuffling the cards? I feel like I'm about to play poker.
Okay, put them down. Okay, I must be beaten. So, is that even poker? Okay, I'm so bad with cards. All right, let's see. All right, the word of the day is, okay. I tell you, these words show up. I just love it, though. The word of the day is grateful.
Oh! That's a good one.
I know. That is a good one, right? I think it's definitely a good one. I know with things happening out here and, unfortunately, people are sick or, people are just trying to still feel their way around what's happening. I know sometimes we don't feel grateful, but I think grateful is a word that really allows you to show kindness and appreciation. So, what I would tell you today is that if you're not feeling grateful, just say, today I am grateful for. And basically what will happen is when you say, today I am grateful for, something will show up for you that you realize that you are grateful for. I think any day that you get up and you plant your feet on the ground and you are able to wake up and breathe properly and talk to your loved ones, even though you can't see them. Some of us can't see them, but you can speak to them. Then you are grateful for having this life because so many people have not been able to get up this morning. So I think grateful is a beautiful word. It's a word that you can take through the day. Right now we have given you peaceful. We have given you the word courageous. And today it is grateful. So know that you are grateful. So that is your word for today. Thank you so much. Good morning, Gwinnett, for allowing me to present the word of the week. And thank you so much, Audrey. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Thank you for joining us. You know, it's so funny because I do a little ritual every morning. It's my grateful ritual. And I'm trying to get better at these little rituals because I know people they get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. They meditate, they pray, they journal, they read, they go exercise. They do all this stuff, right? And I try to, because that's what they say successful people do. So, you know, I'm on this journey to success. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. Girl, I never get to all of them. But I do get to my grateful part, which was where I get up. I burn some sage and I walk through the house in my bedroom and I talk about the things I'm grateful for. And I say it 7 times. I say about 3 or 4 things, but I say them 7 times each while I'm burning the sage. And then I journal. But I also found that I like to journal better at night for things that I'm grateful for because I have accomplished so much during the day, and it kind of gives me the time to go back and say, man, I'm grateful that this happened, that happened, that happened. So sometimes I'll journal in the morning time, but for the most part, I like to journal at night because it kind of gives me time to reflect on what happened during the day.
To reflect on the day, right, exactly.
And so in my prayers, I normally say the things that I'm grateful. Like I'm grateful you woke me up this morning. I'm grateful for my family. So I normally say that in my prayers. But I normally journal my gratefulness at night because it helps me go back and reflect on what the day looked like. So grateful is a great word. And what I've learned, and Georgette probably can attest to this, and we're going to get on with the show in a second, but I just got to tell you this. What I've learned through my journey of self-awareness is that you have to show gratefulness. You have to say the things that you're grateful for, because when you're trying to manifest things into your life, if you're not grateful for anything, you're not going to manifest anything. It's just not going to happen. There's something that happened to me yesterday that was shocking, right? Now, I've been doing my grateful thing for a while, and this just showed, it was a gift, an unexpected, a very appreciated gift that showed up, just out of the clear blue. And the person that gave me the gift said they heard a voice, and the voice said, "Give Audrey that gift. Give Audrey that gift." And she said that they said it a couple of times. And she said she thought she was crazy. Like, I'm hearing voices. Like, what does that mean? And she was like, the voice kept saying, "Give Audrey." And she said the voice told her on Saturday to do it, but she was like not moving, kind of slow. And the voice said to her yesterday, "Give it a gift, give it a gift, give it a gift." It was crazy. And when I got the gift, I was stunned. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. Now, here's the thing. I could have given it back, but I was like, well, I don't know if God wants me to give it back. You know, maybe I'm going to need it. I don't know. Right now, I don't, but who knows? But those are the type of things, when you start being grateful for the things that you have, the things that you want will show up.
That's true. And that's one of the purposes, right, of stating what you're grateful for. Yeah. Because when you state the things that you're grateful for, then then it just gets fed back to you. You know, the things that you put out there get fed back to you, whether it's positive or negative. It always happens. It's just the way the energy works, and this, the way the universe works. So if you know the things that you say come back, or the things that you put out there come back to you, then why not have it be something that's grateful or thankful, appreciative, a positive, because those are the things that's going to show up more in your life. And the more you think about what you're grateful for, the more other things you see that you're grateful for. A lot of times we don't see those things because we don't speak those things.
Right, and we take a lot of stuff that we're grateful for granted. So here's okay, guys, this is what you got to do. You got to find one thing right now that you're grateful for, and you got to write it down. Write that down, because your word for the week is grateful. And every day, your challenge for the rest of this week is to write down something every day one thing. If you woke up this morning, open your eyes, that could be something you're grateful. If you got to kiss your grandkids or your kids, that's something you're grateful for. You don't think about that. If you could put your shoes on, or you got some shoes to put on at all, it may be something to be grateful for. Because somebody around this world don't have no shoes.
Put shoes on.
Right?
Okay,
so
some people
it's
don't
a tiny thing. Okay, so you've been trying to get the Manolo Blahniks, right? Be grateful for them Payless shoes you got right now, and Manolo may show up for you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. So just write down, today I am grateful for, and whatever and whatever shows up after that. That's what you need to do. Write down every day for a week, like Audrey says.
That's right.
It'll be cool.
All right, so let's move on to our show. I know that was long, but listen, that's a good word, so we had to expound on that a little bit. All right, so listen, today is National, listen, I know y'all gonna love this day. Today is National Star Wars Day. Okay, and I'm ashamed to say I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Star Wars, not one.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay.
know. It's shameful. I can't remember ever seeing it. And you know what's crazy is I like them kind of movies. Like I like stuff like that, but I don't think I can't ever recall seeing an episode of Star Wars. But today is
Wow.
National Star Wars Day, so if all
Yeah.
of you Star Wars fans, geek out today, baby, because it's your day. I know.
May the force be with you, everybody.
May the force be with you. May the force be with you. All right, so listen, let's go ahead and get on with our horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Michael Thyssen. Today is May the 4th. You hear me? Monday, May the 4th. It's already May. We're almost halfway through the year. Time be flying. Time flies. Doesn't wait for anyone. It is May the 4th. And we're going to kick off our horoscopes with Aries like we always do. And here we go. You need to fulfill your needs and present your talents. That's a good one. You will be moody and react poorly to issues concerning your mate. Use your creative abilities to come up with new ideas and directions. Okay, so now Aries, so I'm married to Aries, so I'm about to stop him dead in his track right now. If you're going to be moody and act poorly with me, that's not a good look for you today, sugar. Not today. No. Use that energy, your creative abilities, to come up with some new ideas and new directions. And find something to, so, because Aries are kind of laid back. The men, they could be super talented, but they're a little bit laid back. They don't really embrace their talents well. They do them, but they don't like to put themselves out there as much. Let me say that. But anyway, be creative today. Use your creative abilities to come up with some new ideas and directions. Listen, life is short. My end quote on Thursdays was do things that bring you joy. That was my quote because I feel like that's what we should all be. I struggle with that sometimes because a lot of stuff brings me joy. That's my struggle. Then I have to pick one thing. That's what they tell you. Pick one thing. Anyway, I ain't gonna get into that. That's a whole nother show. Taurus, do your own thing without drawing attention to it. You should feel a little more stable about your position. However, don't be surprised if a job offer comes your way. Unexpected changes in friendship could occur. Do your own thing. But don't draw no attention to what you're doing. It's not your day to stand out in the crowd. Not today, Taurus. But do your thing. Don't stop doing your thing. Just do it in private. Gemini, you would do extremely well if you get involved in competitive activities today. Your fun-loving approach will be admired and appreciated by others. Your intellectual charm will entice mates who have common interests. That's a good thing. When you can find somebody that's got the interest like you do, because let me tell you, then y'all can have a real conversation. The worst thing in the world is to be with somebody and you have nothing in common. I don't care what anybody say, that's tough. Been there, done that. It is tough. It's tough. Love is great, but you got to be able to talk to the person. You hear me? Cancer. Learn some new skills that will increase your income. You can make money through your own creative efforts. Be sure to get accurate information. All right, Cancer. You can make money through your own creative efforts. Think about your creative side. How can you turn that into some cash? Yes, I was creative this weekend, G. I did a plate. I ordered some decoupage from Amazon. The whole decoupage kit. This was even before Corona had started. The box been sealed up in the house. I've been talking about being creative. So this week Saturday. So this week I actually had some time to do my plate. I was so proud of I had to send it to my cousin. She was like, send me a picture. It came out so cute, but I still have to figure out how to get the back part so it don't be tacky from the decoupage glue. Or I think I gotta get a different decoupage glue. But it was so relaxing. I had the music playing. It was great. So yeah, I was creative. Listen, guys, I'm finally being artsy. Yes. Shout out to me. I did my plate.
Shout out to you.
Yes. Leo, try not to upset others with your plans. Travel will promote romantic connections. It is best not to get upset. The apple cart, it is best not to upset the apple cart if you learn information that may damage a colleague's reputation. Let me tell you something. Whatever you learn is not your place to tell. Do not try to damage someone's reputation today, Leo. Because remember, you got a rep to protect too. And so karma is it's a family show. I can't say what I really want to say, but karma will come back and bite you. And I can't say that part either. You bleeping me out. So even though you may have that information, doesn't mean you need to do anything with it. Because don't try to damage somebody else. People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's all I'm saying. Virgo, older family members may take advantage of you by making you feel guilty. You'll be tempted to shop till you drop. Don't be alarmed. Like most of the Virgos I know, they like to shop. So listen, avoid temptations unless you can afford to. Like if you can afford to shop till you drop today, Virgo, do your thing, baby. I understand. I like to shop too, but if you can't, you might want to get a little intervention there. Don't do it. Listen, I'll be back after the sun to give you more of the horoscope brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. You're listening to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. Stay tuned.
I wanna get you all alone now and go hide away from the lights, but I don't dare to. I'm too fragile, and for that I do apologize. Maybe someday we can work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I think I'm love drunk and it feels wrong, but I'm not afraid to admit I used to feel safe next to you, babe. Now I'm thinking I deserve a hit. Maybe someday we could work it out, but I'm afraid it's too late to try. Baby, I don't dare to love you, and you know the reason why. Don't you know I'm way too weak to swim? Can't you feel the waves come crashing in? Running out of safety nets, 'cause every night I fall down in the middle of the night screaming, oh my God, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep. I reach out in the middle of the night screaming, oh my, 'cause your love's too deep. You know your love's too deep.
Welcome back to the Good Morning Gwinnett Show. It's your girl, Audrey Bell Kearney, giving you daily horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Micah Thyssen. We're going to pick it up with Libra. Your outgoing nature will surprise others today. Don't let opposition from those envious of your talents daunt your progress. Hold your temper and refrain from doing anything that might cause you injury. Okay, Libra. Don't let nobody piss you off today. Let me just put that in layman terms. Hold on to the temper, because you can have a temper sometime, even though you're really most of the time outgoing and loving and all that stuff. People can push you. Don't let them push you today. It could cause you to be injured. So just hold your temper, move on, keep going. Don't let anybody push you today. Scorpio, you'll be looking for creative ways to make a little extra cash. Direct your energy into physical exertion. Residential moves will be favorable. This might not be a day for hasty decisions. Let me tell you something, what I've learned. Okay, this is what I've learned. I've learned, Scorpio, and I had to learn this the hard way. I've learned that when you have a decision to make, if it's not something that needs your immediate attention, like really immediate, sleep on it. Because chances are the next day you find that you don't need to do it at all. Just sleep on it. This way you don't make hasty decisions. Unless it's like something that needs you to make a decision like right now. Like it's imperative that you come to a decision right now. I'm good at that. But a lot of times I would make decisions based on my emotions, not based on what I really needed to do. And when you make those decisions based on emotions, a lot of times they're the wrong decisions. So sleep on it. That's all I'm saying. This is just me talking from experience. Sagittarius, you will enjoy getting together with friends. Empty promises could be likely where work is concerned. You may not have the same ideas when it comes to what you both enjoy. Oh, God. Well, Sag, I don't know. Compromise. That's the word for the day for you. Compromise. You know what I'm saying, G? Like, you may not,
Yeah, we know.
You may just have to compromise today, Sagittarius. I don't know. Capricorn, try to convince a good friend to take a holiday with you. You will find that friends and relatives may not understand your needs. You can discuss your intentions and ideas with your colleagues or friends today. That's a good one. Talk it out. It's always good to talk to somebody because when we get finished our show today, me and Georgette probably gonna have a nice long talk because I got some stuff to lay out on the table that she probably gonna have to talk me through. So listen, guys, for y'all really don't know. So Georgette is a dynamic life specialist. I don't even know if that's a word. She's a dynamic life transformist. That's a good word. I'm making up some shit right now. This is a family show. I'm sorry. She's a dynamic life transformist. So a lot of times when I'm going through my stuff, I call her and I say, "Hey, Georgette, yeah, how you doing?" And so a lot of times she think I'm in like this great way. She think I'm in this great thing all the time. Like a lot of times I'm in funks, right? And nobody knows because I'm like, you know what, I'm about to binge out on TV, right? That's not very often, but I am. And when I do, she's like, I thought I started to call you. I was like, girl, you should have called me because I was in a funky mood.
True.
I was in one of them. I wasn't in a funky mood this weekend though. I had a moment. I have a moment every day though. I ain't gonna lie about that. I have a moment every day. Aquarius, take some time out. Don't sign your life away. They will jump at a chance to do something without you if it sounds like more fun. So if you're boring, Aquarius, you're going to get left behind today, sugar. They're going to say, you know what, she's boring. We're going to do something more fun. They're going to leave you. So just be prepared for that. In the meantime, don't be feeling so funky that you sign your life away. Whatever it is you're supposed to sign today, make sure you consult a professional. Do not sign on the dotted line, especially if you don't know what the heck you're signing, because today could be the day you sign it all away. Yeah, don't do it. And my fellow fish Pisces, you will be extremely sentimental. And if pushed by others, you may hold a lasting grudge. Oh, Lord. Ooh. Do not push your opinions or try to reform your emotional partner today. Your partner's a little jumpy. Okay, for the jumpy partners out there, we won't push you. We won't even put our opinions on you. We'll let you do your thing. Get the jumpiness out. I'm sentimental every day. Now the grudge part, my brother said this to me a long time ago. He's like, "Oh my God, you hold a grudge forever." I didn't feel like I held a grudge forever, and I kind of remember what he was talking about. I didn't think I was holding a grudge, but obviously I was. And it wasn't against him, but it was against somebody he knew. And he was like, "You hold a grudge forever," and I was like, "Really?" I had to check myself on that. So I try not to hold grudges. They just eat away at you. But we have that tendency. Fish, you know we have that tendency to hold a grudge, and we hold it in silence, like nobody even know. Yeah, just us. I'm guilty. I am. All right, so listen, that's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrology. Now let's get on to a birthday. Happy shout out birthday to Jade Chapman. Happy birthday, Jade Chapman. It's your birthday. Enjoy your day today. Listen, they reopened Georgia. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there, Jade, and do anything, because I haven't really gone anywhere. I did drive out, was it yesterday? Well, I had to take my mom to the ER yesterday, and we're going to talk about that on the other side of the show, because I got to tell you about that experience for me. and how that whole thing is making the news right now, because it's real. It's really real. But anyway, happy birthday, Jade. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy your day. I don't know how old you are. Listen, if you got somebody who's celebrating a birthday, a graduation, an anniversary, a birth announcement, an engagement, a wedding, email me, Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com, and I'll be happy to do birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs right here to show the loved ones that we appreciate and love them and wish them the best always. Audrey at goodmorninggwinnett.com. Send me that information. Send me the person's name and their birthday. The date. I need to know the date so I can be able to shout out the right day on the right birthday on the right day. All right? All right, cool. All right, so, it's kind of funny, Georgette. So normally I go and I pull my news from 7 different sources, and I checked 3 sources this morning. Do you know I couldn't find anything on either 3 of those sources about where we stood when it came to COVID-19, which I thought that was a little bit odd because they put out a daily report every single day. But for some strange reason, everything opened back up this past week, and nothing showed up. So I had to go to the Department of Health site, the Georgia Department of Health site, to get these numbers, because I felt like, are they trying to keep it quiet? Like, you can't keep it quiet, right? Because none of the news sources that I normally go to had this information. I was like, that's kind of strange. And I went to 3 this morning just to see, and neither of the 3 had this information. And the information is out there every day. But anyway, I'm a news source. So if those 3 guys didn't want to put it out, I'm going to put out our number. So here we are. Here's the number. So right now in Georgia, I think when I left on, I think the number was, was it 26 or 28,000 on Thursday when I got off the air. But as of today at 9:25, that's 9:25 today, the numbers for COVID-19 cases and confirmed COVID-19 cases in Georgia is 29,011. We had ICU admissions of 1,259. We had hospitalizations of 5,419. We have had a total deaths as of right now at 9:25 of 1,184 deaths. And let's break it down a little bit by the counties, and I'll tell you where we are. So Fulton County right now. Fulton County has 3,029 confirmed cases. 124 people have passed away. DeKalb County has, Fulton almost caught Doherty. DeKalb County has 2,239 cases. 53 people have passed away. Gwinnett County has 2,028 cases. 59 people have passed away. Cobb County has 1,795 cases. 95 people have passed away. Doherty County. I always have to mention Doherty because that's my home. Doherty County has 1,537 cases and 125 people have passed away. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. There are way more people in Fulton County than in Doherty County. Way, 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 way more. And it still has more deaths. So there you have it. Clayton County has 802 cases and 33 people have passed away. So the cases are still rising, as you can see. They're not going down, and a lot of people are concerned about us being open too soon in the state of Georgia. And I get to hear both sides. You know what I'm saying, G? We understand the business side of it, and then you understand the health side. And it's a real bad. This is what I call a really bad catch-22. That's what it is. Yeah. Because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. It's a really bad. You know what I mean? Like you damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So it's a really bad catch-22 that we're in right now, and it's sad, but it is what it is. And there's nothing you can really do about it because, if you go back to work and people need to go back to work, you're putting yourself in harm's way. If you stay home, you're putting yourself at risk of being totally destitute because a lot of people just don't. Right. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting yourself in, it's a bad situation. Like, I thought that the stimulus plan was going to help out a lot of people. Well, at least the stimulus is going to help you get over the hump, right? But they were saying if you're on unemployment, right, And unemployment,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. I know some people that had to come up with unemployment. They was getting $600 or more a week. That was more than they was making on their job. But here's the problem with that. You only got it one time. So they were saying that if your job offered you your job back because the state is open back up and you don't go to work, you lose everything. You don't get a chance to keep unemployment. So if you feel afraid to go to work because you feel like I'm going to get exposed, you're not excused. I think that's terrible.
I know. I think that's terrible too. I don't, like you said, we're really in a dilemma because I just think that's not right. I just think that's not right to force people to go back to places where they feel, really, threatened, and not by anybody, but by this virus, and exposed to getting sick. I mean, it's just crazy. And the fact that some of them are forced to go to work, and if not, they're either going to get fired or they won't be getting compensation or anything like that. That's, I don't know. Yeah, I have my feelings about that, and I think that's just not cool. It's not.
No, it's crazy, and I feel bad for a lot of people who have to put themselves in that situation. Like, they have to decide, well, if I don't go back to work, what am I going to do? Because I'm not going to get money because they're going to cut off my unemployment because my job has offered me my job back. And I was talking to somebody. God, I'm trying to remember who it was. But anyway, the person worked at a job, and their job, and it was like one of those non-essential jobs like that. It was a non-essential kind of job, and the boss told them they need to get back to work today because the state had opened back up. And they were like, I don't even make that kind of money. I forgot what it was yesterday too. They're like, I don't even make that kind of money at work. Like, I'm going to go back there, put my life in danger, and I don't even make that type. Oh, it was in North Carolina. That's where it was. It was in North Carolina. And the person was saying that they don't even make that. They were saying that their daughter had to go back to work because their state was open, and that their daughter made nowhere near the kind of money that she was getting in unemployment in North Carolina. And I don't even know I know the $600 is the same across the United States, but I think the money you get from unemployment is different, because I know here in Georgia it's a lot different from Jersey. Because when my daughter showed me what she was getting from Georgia, I'm like, what is that? She's like, that's my unemployment. I'm like, really? So I know the numbers are different, like state to state, from what you get from unemployment. So she's in North Carolina. She was saying, I got to go back to work. Now, mind you, she's getting way more compensation through unemployment right now than she's getting from work. So I have to go back to work, it's a bridal company. That's what it was. I know it become. So she works at a bridal company, a bridal store, not a bridal. She works for a bridal store. And I was like, wow, is that an essential business? Yeah. I get it. It's essential to the business owner because they need, but here's the thing. A store like that should be online, right? If you have a physical brick and mortar store where people can buy yes, I know people want to go in and try the dresses on. Let me tell you something. And Georgette knows this. When I bought my wedding dress, no lie, y'all, I went to David Bridal's first. And it was so funny because when I was looking through my wedding pictures, my friend Bruce passed away last week from COVID virus, and my husband and I were looking through the wedding pictures. The first dress that I got, they took a picture of me in that dress. It fell out of my wedding album. And I was like, oh crap, that's the gown I was going to get at David Bridal. That gown was $1,000. I was like, I'm not paying $1,000 for a dress. Now that's just me. I know that there are people out there who drop a lot of money on the dress. It wasn't me. That wasn't my thing. So I went on eBay, no lie. I went on eBay. I always got a story to tell, don't I? This is so funny. It's 10:34. I haven't even got through all the news, but I got to tell y'all this story real quick. I went on eBay, and I found this beautiful dress, right? I paid $184. People said to me, are you nuts? It's not going to get back in time. It was like about 3 weeks before my wedding. They was like, Orgy, that dress is not going to get here on time. I was like, that dress is going to get here on time. The dress got back in perfect timing. It came in a box. The box was so small. Now, I'm a big girl, and I was bigger then. That box was so small. I said, oh, my God, that cannot be my dress in that box. Because the box was so tiny. I paid $184 for that dress. So I shared this story to say, listen.
And it looked beautiful, by the way.
The dress was beautiful. Like I looked at my pictures.
Yeah, it looked really pretty.
I paid $184 on it. The company was called Hyphy. That's the name of it. I'm never gonna forget that. And that's been almost 20 years. The company was called Hyphy. I went on eBay. I bought my dress from Hyphy. I spent $184. But I shared that story to say this. If you have a company, a business that will allow you to put the business online, you need to take a lesson from this whole coronavirus thing and say, you know what do I need to do to get my business online? My business is digital. I can do my business anywhere in the world. My online store where you buy the t-shirts and the mugs and all is online. You can buy my books online. I don't have to print a book at home and ship it to you. I don't even have to leave out to go to the store to send it out, to the post office to send the book out. Everything on Good Morning Gwinnett, you can click and somebody else is going to send it to you, because that's how it's set up. If you have a brick and mortar store and you've taken a hit because of the coronavirus, you need to look at putting your business online, because that's going to help sustain you. Trust me when I tell you that. So for now you're going to put people in danger, because now you want them to hurry up and come back to work. They're going to sue you. And that's another question that the people are having. You know, they want to know, if I go back to work and I get coronavirus, can I sue? So now the business owner is putting themselves in jeopardy that way, because the laws differ from state to state. Some states may say, well, no, you can't. Some states may say, well, yes, you can. So it depends on the state. It depends on your state laws. But you are, as a business owner, if you bring people back into your establishment and they get the coronavirus, they're going to blame it on you, whether they got it on their way to the job or not. They're going to blame it on you, especially if they don't want to be there. So just know that that's coming. I believe it's coming. All right, listen, I'm going to a song. I've been talking a lot this morning. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to give you more of the rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
Maybe I'm a bird following the seasons. This is what I've learned. I'm different for a reason. Kept the engine on, never stay too long. I'm alright, I don't mind being restless. Something in your eye made me stay up night. I can see you are different too. Love me like a stranger, like a melody, flowing wild and free. Love me like a stranger, let it be unique, run away with me. Love me like a, love me like a, love me like a, love me like a stranger. Maybe you're a bird singing for believers, a song meant to be heard, but never meant for preaching. I don't know where you're gonna head off to, but I know that you'll go where your heart's at. You might cross the sea, what will be, will be. Wanna make this adventure with you. Love me like a stranger, like a melody, flowing wild and free. Love me like a stranger, let it be unique, run away with me. Love me like a, love me like a,
Welcome back, y'all. So let me give you some news, because I've been running my mouth today. That's what happens when Georgette comes on. We ain't even talking like we normally talk. Thank God, because we would never get through the show. It's been a 2-hour show today. Even though I'm moving in that direction. All right, so Lawrenceville partners with Impact 46 to provide food and housing. All right. The Lawrenceville City Council voted unanimously on April 27 to approve an intergovernmental agreement with Impact 46 to create an emergency intake center to be known as the Lawrenceville Response Center. In partnership with the Lawrenceville Housing Authority and local nonprofits, the center's goal will be to provide food, housing, and other life-sustaining essentials in response to COVID-19 crisis to residents living within Lawrenceville city limits. Under the agreement, Lawrenceville will provide $125,000 out of the city's contingency fund as long as it is matched by Impact 46 and partners. The requirement for matching funds had already been exceeded by the April 27th council meeting with Impact 46. The partners having raised $300,000 for the project. So let's give them a round of applause for that, because they recognize that we have a need right now. COVID-19 is messing up some stuff. So kudos to Impact 46 in the city of Lawrenceville, which is where I live, and I'm proud to say it. Yes. So funds from the city should be available almost immediately. To make a donation for the information. To make a donation, you can go to impact46.org/Lawrenceville Response Center. That's impact46.org/Lawrenceville Response Center. So if you want to make a donation to this cause, you may do so by going to impact46.org/Lawrenceville Response Center. Now, I talked about Chick-fil-A rolling out its kits last week, because Chick-fil-A, I like Chick-fil-A. A lot of people, everybody got their own opinion. I like the Cobb salad at Chick-fil-A. I do, but I also like Taco Bell. So Taco Bell said, you know what, if Chick-fil-A can roll out a food kit, so can we. So now, this is what I'm talking about, pivot, right? You got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to take a business and do something different with it, because you never know what's going to happen. If anything you learn from this as a business owner, figure out how to add something to your business. So add a product. Let me tell you, I've come up with tons of things to add to Good Morning Gwinnett. You guys are going to be surprised. I'm going to roll out a couple of them in a couple of weeks. I'm surprised my own self. But here's the thing. I had to figure out how to pivot. And you do too. But anyway, Taco Bell rolls out a taco bar kit to help celebrate Cinco de Mayo at home. That's so cute. Right in time. Now, that's some good branding right there, y'all. So Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. Now, Cinco Taco, you get it? All right. So they rolled out a kit. This is so cool, because there's no dine-in right now. For the most places, you can't go and sit in and eat. Not. I don't know who goes and sit in Taco Bell anyway, though, but maybe people did at lunchtime. Anyway, fast food chains at-home taco bar currently available by delivery or drive-through. Contains 4 tortillas, crunchy taco shells, nacho chips, seasoned beef, shredded lettuce, nacho cheese sauce, and more to help people recreate their favorite menu item. I like chalupas, so if I went through that and got that, my daughter does Taco Tuesday. Let me tell y'all something. Before the coronavirus hit, my daughter loves tacos, right? She would go out. She went out and she would go out to Taco Tuesday to some Mexican restaurant here in Gwinnett County every Tuesday for Taco Tuesday. So since we've been quarantined, we've been having Taco Tuesday at home. She got her own different kind of tacos she make. I can tell you one of the things I always see is lime. So that must be like a staple in a taco community, taco meal, because we got a bag full of limes upstairs in the kitchen. So anyway, you can if you want to get the kit serves 6 people. It costs $25. And let me tell you what you get again. So this is what you're gonna get in the kit. You're gonna get. And listen, Taco Bell is not paying me. I just thought it was a cute story, so I want to share. And they've done their job. We are sharing their stories, which is their job, to talk about Taco Bell. That's called marketing. I'm not mad at them, but I thought it was a good story, so I'm sharing it. That's what Noise does. Noise is a company that provides marketing. Taco Bell team came up with a great idea. Cinco de Mayo tomorrow. Let's tie it together. Let's create this at-home kit. People can drive through tomorrow for Taco Tuesday. And it's so funny that Cinco de Mayo is falling on Tuesday, which is Taco Tuesday. Anyway, here's what's in the kit again. 4 tortillas, crunchy taco shells, nacho chips, seasoned beef, shredded lettuce, nacho cheese sauce, and more to help people recreate their favorite menu items. The kit serves 6 people and is $25. So if you want to go get your taco kit from Taco Bell for Taco Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo, that's a lot, right? It's available. Go on through the drive-through and get your thing, get your kit. I ain't mad at Taco Bell. It's cute too. Taco Bell, my only problem is I don't see a chalupa in there. So it would be me to go through the drive-thru and be like, hey, can I substitute the hard shells? That would be me. Can I substitute the hard shells for chalupas? They hate when they have to go to the drive-thru for me because my stuff is always special. Like I never go through the drive-thru. No, that's not true. Depends on where I go. But if I go to McDonald's, or if I go to Taco Bell, or if I go to Chick-fil-A, I always have something special going on. It's never simple for me. And they hate ordering for me. Wendy's, they're like, oh my God, we got to order for her. Jimmy John's, it's always something, because I don't like, it's always something different. All right, so listen, let me tell y'all this. So right now, Gwinnett school staff is going back to work. They're going to on-site duties. They're going back to work. And some of the teachers are not happy, right? So since the governor decided not to extend the shelter-in-place mandate, Gwinnett County Public Schools came out Thursday with requirements for staff members to return to work at 141 schools and other facilities. Yeah, a lot of people are not happy about that. Yep. So according to the information that came out, director level staff and above are to return to work on site Wednesday, May the 6th. All other staff, with exception of teachers, will return to school on May 11th, which is next Monday, and teachers are to return to school on May 18th. Now, here's the thing. They're saying that they know they got to go in there and clean up. They get that. The teacher's saying, we get that part. The problem they're having is we don't want to go back and be sitting up in there all day around people. We don't know who has it, and all it takes is one of them to get infected. So they were like, we're not happy with that. And I get it. You know what I mean? Isn't school about to be out anyway? Like, go and clean up your room and keep it moving. We don't need to go there and be sitting around. I get it. We already know what we can do because they have been home, right? Teaching from home for the last, month and a half? So they know what they can do. To get the full story on that, go to ajc.com. You can read the whole story there. Of course, I can't read you the whole story. It's too much, but you can always go to AJC yourself and check it out. All right, so Duluth is hoping to reopen City Hall by May 14th. They have said we're not going to open just yet, but maybe by May 14th. At Duluth's most recent city council meeting, city manager James Riker reported that the city staff is working toward the reopening of municipal court, city hall, and public works dumpsters on or around May 14th. The city parks and recreation program remains canceled through May. The city will coordinate with Gwinnett for opening dates of the playgrounds, tennis courts, etc., which also affects public restrooms. And I got to tell y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all right probably after this song, but all of that stuff freaks me out, especially the public restroom part. The city will follow any closing restrictions set or extended by the Governor Kemp. So, well, he lifted up the whole go back to life as normal. But they're saying, you know what, we're going to wait till the 14th to see what we do. So, kudos to the Duluth mayor for taking that extra step. Now, this is something that this is a story here, and I get it because I've witnessed this twice already. So, Eastside medical officials are worried people are avoiding trips to the ER for critical health issues because of COVID-19. Now, here's the thing: I've been to the ER twice. I went to the ER 2 weeks ago. You went to the Georgette. You went. So I went to Eastside because Georgette had to go to the ER. I think the week before me, and she said nobody was in Eastside. So my uncle got sick, and of course we were so freaking nervous about going to the ER because people remember this, guys. I had an uncle go to the emergency room, and he never left. He passed away. He passed away alone. He never made it from the ER. So in my family, in my household, and other people around the world who have experienced something similar, going to the ER is like, yeah, I ain't going to the ER. I'm just going to have to sit here and deal with it. And that's how we were feeling. It took my uncle about 3 days to tell me he was having like shortness of breath, right? And so, of course, we freaked out when we found out. Thank God it was nothing. But Georgette had said to me, hey, nobody was at Eastside when I went. So we went to Eastside. And when I got to the door,
Mm-hmm.
that's as far as I got was to the
Yep.
door. They said, ma'am,
Yep.
you cannot go in with him. And he was like, she can't go in with me? And they were like, no, she can't go in. Right? I get it. My mom had a scare yesterday. Right? Now, my uncle did not like East Side. I didn't know he didn't like East Side. He's like, I didn't like, he said he didn't like East Side. I don't know what they said to him when he went there. But he told my mother yesterday, don't go to that hospital I went to last week. I don't like it. So, because he never said anything to me, but he told her that. So we went to Gwinnett Medical. I could tell you right now, my mother sat with her problem for a couple of days. We called a doctor because we were like, we're not going to the ER. Like, it ain't going to happen. We called a doctor. I think it was 10 o'clock Friday night. It was an emergency. We called a doctor. The doctor told us what to do. We did that all day Saturday. Sunday, the problem was still there. He's like, listen, you need to take her to the ER if this could persist because we need to make sure she's not bleeding internally. Oh, my God. It was a horrifying experience. Let me tell you that. It was rough when I took my uncle, right? And I saw him walk in that door, and I could not. It was like if you ever watched the vampire movie, right? You know, you have in vampire movies, you have to invite the vampire in, and if you don't invite him in, the farthest he could go is to the edge of your door. That's how I felt, because that's as far as I could go. I mean, literally, like I could go past the threshold of that door. And so yesterday, that was even more severe for me because it was my mother, right? And so I get to the hospital. My mother is a character, y'all. She was like, I'm going to act up. If they don't let you come in with me, I'm going to act up. But she didn't, and she's known for acting up. So we get to the hospital, and we went to Gwinnett Medical. Gwinnett Medical they have tents outside. So talking about the door, the patient can't even get past the door until they go to the tents. It was crazy.
Right.
So they took her I was able to stand outside with her because this is where they took her temperature at, outside the door, like outside on the sidewalk. They took her temperature, and then they said, this is as far as you can go. Now, she had on gloves and an N95 mask and all that kind of stuff. They said, ma'am, you got to throw the gloves in the garbage. You can't take the gloves inside. I'm like, what? So she could not wear the gloves inside. And they wanted to know, did she want to switch out her mask for the regular mask that they had on? I was like, nah, she gonna keep on the N95. Y'all got on them masks. She keep it on the N95. They was like, okay. But I get it, because if you've lost someone or you know someone who went into the hospital and never came out, people are not going. And so Eastside is saying, you know, that's a fear for them because they don't want people to be having strokes and heart attacks and, you know, because they're afraid to come to the ER. But here's a problem. If you let people in, at least one person into the hospital with people, they would feel okay. But when you send people to the hospital and they go in and they don't, it's like the raid commercial. They go in, they won't come out. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's traumatic. You know, like realize how traumatic that is for people. Like you understand the risk. You know, we understand that, but at the end of the day, this is somebody going into the hospital that has nobody there with them. That's really, that's very scary.
It's very scary.
I can understand that. Yeah, I can understand that.
Because you experienced it, right? You went to the ER by yourself.
Yeah, I did. I went to the ER by myself. Yeah, I mean, if something happened, nobody was there. Nobody would have been there. You know, that's it's just heartbreaking all around, you know?
It really is. It really is heartbreaking. And when I tell you, I had to hug my mom when she came out, when the doctor, because, you know, I said, listen, take your phone. I sat in the parking lot again. So when I went with my uncle, I sat in the parking lot for 5 hours. He was like, well, you could go home. I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to sit right here in this parking lot, not knowing I can't do anything, but just knowing that I was there was enough to, like, help me, like, manage my stress, right? Because, of course, that's very stressful. Like, if you've never had to do that, that's very stressful to walk your person, people you love, into the hospital where you're supposed to be safe, you know what I mean? And don't know if they're going to walk back out. Like, that's very stressful. And so I sat in the car for 5 hours waiting on him. And when he walked out the door, he got in the car and we left. I sat in the car yesterday for 4 hours. And, you know, my mother came out. I had to give her a hug like, oh, Lord, when I tell you I was exhausted when I got home, like I was mentally exhausted and stressed out. I just wanted to do nothing but lay on my bed, and that's what I did because it's a lot. So I understand why people are afraid to go to the hospital because you see these reports saying, hey, my person went in and they never came out. Like my one of my best friends in New Jersey, her aunt went in to get like a vitamin IV therapy, and she never came out. She's on the ventilator, and she's been there for like 3 weeks. She went in. She was wide awake. She had to get IV therapy because it's something that she did, because I think she wasn't eating properly or something. But she went in. You know, they were able to talk to her. She went in. She's never come out. So she's on the ventilator. Been there for 3 weeks. So
wow,
I understand why, and I know her aunt very well. Been knowing her since I was 14 years old, and so that was heart wrenching. You know, that was heart wrenching to hear. Like, you know, she went in for IV therapy and. Now she's not coming out, you know, and it's sad, but that I get it why people are afraid. All right, let's get on to something a little bit more positive. So a Lawrenceville medical supply company has switched to making masks due to the coronavirus pandemic and has been able to add 50 new workers to their staff. See, yes, there's some sad stuff going on, right? It's some sad stuff going on, but there's some good things too. So U.S. Representative Doug Collins visited Marina Group's Lawrenceville facility on Wednesday, the day after it switched to mask making was announced. After the pandemic first caused a slowdown at the company, a switch to mask production allowed the company to add its staff, Collins said. So this is what I'm saying. You got to be able to pivot. You got to step back for a second and say, okay, what can I do to pivot? And this is what people are doing. I've announced many stories like this. I'll give you another prime example. So I have a client. His name is Lamar Clark. He does a podcast, you know, so I'm the podcast lady. So I helped him do his podcast. He was just about ready to launch, and then the coronavirus hit, right? He also has a t-shirt printing company. So we have beautiful shirts that he made for, you know, Noise Media and things like that. He has a t-shirt printing company. Well, he had to pause his podcast, which he was just about to launch, because his printing business kicked off because people wanted custom masks. And the reason that happened was because he said he had to go to the store one day and he had customized his own mask. He's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He had customized his mask. And he was like, you know, I customized my mask. And I went out and people went crazy. Like, I want a mask like yours. Now he has orders all over the United States coming in for masks that are customized. He's like, well, I can barely keep up with the demand. He's like, I'm working like from 5 a.m. to 12 at night. That means he's sleeping, 4 hours? He was able to pivot. Yep. And he said to me, we had a conversation on Saturday. He said, honestly, Audrey, I got to tell you, because of this pivot, my business and my finances have been able to keep coming in because of that. He was able to pivot from doing t-shirts to customizing masks. He had to pause his podcast, which is called People Think About It, which is a great podcast. And I'm sure he's going to have a ton of content once this thing is over to produce a podcast. But right now, he has to keep up with the orders that he's doing for these custom masks. So people literally, my cousin sews. She's been sewing her whole life. She's 6 years older than I am. She's like my big sister. She said to me, my cousin's down in Albany, okay, because you know Albany is taking it pretty bad. She's like, man, I've been shipping masks to Albany since like about a month now almost. And I was like, really? She's like, I sent something to this cousin. I sent something to that cousin. I was like, really? Hadn't even crossed my mind. So she's busy. She said to me yesterday, I sent her a picture. You know, I was doing my decoupage, and I sent her a picture because she's an artsy one. She's the artsy one in my family. She could create anything, make it look beautiful. So I sent her the picture. I was like, look what I'm doing. And she's like, oh, what is it? I said, it's a plate. I'm doing decoupage. And she was saying, oh, that's great. She said, yeah, I got to get back to making these masks. She's been super busy. So you got to be able to pivot your business. So, you know, that's what Marina Group is doing. They were like, you know what? We need to. They normally make compression garments used for surgeries, right? They switched from doing that to making masks. So listen, you gotta look at your business and say, where can I make the adjustment? If you can't make the adjustment, you may want to think about adding something extra to your product line, to your offering, to your services, because that is the only way you're going to be able to stay above where you are. Now, I can tell you right now, I'm expecting my business to pick up when everybody get back to business. Right now, it's kind of like it hasn't totally flatlined, but it's pretty close to flatlining. But because I know more people are going to be looking to market their business. I know moving forward, I'm probably going to be super busy, and I'm okay with that. So I'm enjoying this time a little bit because I know moving forward, people they got to get back into business. They got to redo the marketing plans. They got to rethink what they're offering, all this kind of stuff. And that's where my company comes in. I give you the cutting edge. So, listen, you need to jump start. You need to give your business the edge. This is what you should be doing. And for me, it's voice marketing. Now, I haven't stopped marketing because I do this show every week. This is what I do. I blog, so I do blog posts, I do videos, I do all kinds of stuff. I haven't stopped. But what I've been doing is seeding Google with my content because I know people are going to come back and bounce back and say, I got to get my business back off the ground. They have to relaunch. Pretty much all businesses have to relaunch. Like they do, even me. Like I'm working on my relaunch right now. What about you, G? Do you feel like you got to relaunch?
Yes, totally. I do have to relaunch. I'm working on that right now. I do, because I did have a plan, for some positive word share stuff in the community, and since people weren't going out, they weren't able to leave cards around and things like that. So, yeah, I have to relaunch that.
Right.
I mean, you have to think about it differently.
Right. And so now, everybody's going to be in the relaunching phase. So I know I'll be pretty busy in about, another 3 weeks because I'm going to put myself out there in a big way because I need people to know, hey, my hand is raised up here. I got this product and service that I can help you relaunch your business, at least a part of your business with marketing. So give you something a little bit different to do. But anyway, that's what we're doing. We got to do it. I know I'm going over a little bit today, and I apologize, but I got to give you a couple more news pieces. Then I'm going to go to my last song, and then I'm going to come back with the inspiration and close it out. But right now, I just got to tell you this. So, three Gwinnett County cities jointly announced they're canceling major public events through July 10th. That means I won't get to see the heart. I won't get to see. Oh, wait a minute. Snellville is not in this group, so hold on. Maybe not. So, here's the thing. So Duluth, Lawrenceville, and Swanee announced cancellations on Friday, citing advice from public health officials on the state and federal levels. What are they canceling? Probably the 4th of July. With something quickly approaching, they say they had to make a hard decision. They're gonna cancel. Oh, so July 3rd celebration is canceled, and that's in Duluth. Yeah. A lot of events are going to be canceled. Anyway, here's the thing. As much as I love the 4th of July, Norcross is canceling Red, White, and Boom. That's been canceled. As much as I love the 4th of July and love going to the fireworks, and I go every year like a little kid, every year. And the crazy thing is I always go to Snellville. Snellville hasn't canceled yet, but here's the other thing. I never get out the car because it's too hot. Last year was the first time I got out the car. And my husband and I got out the car, and we didn't go no further than in front of us. So we got out the car, we put our chairs in front of the car, we had ice water, I think he had a beer, and that's where we sat. But for the most part, I've never gotten out the car. My brother was down here year before last for the 4th of July, and I was like, come on, let's go to the fireworks. So we went to the fireworks. And he was like, you're not getting out the car? I said, do you see how hot it is out there? I'm not getting out this car. I'm sitting in my car, I watched the fireworks with air conditioning on. Like, it's hot as heck. But last year, we decided to get out the car. So this year, we may not have a firework to get out the car with. I don't know.
Right.
All right, so listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to go to this last song, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to give you my word of inspiration for the day. So stay tuned.
Talking to me, don't you leave me by myself. There's something in the way you're moving, you can make me lose my breath. In a room of flashing lights, you pull me closer as we dance. It's you and midnight. Let's leave now and get undressed. When you look in my eyes and holding me close, I know you won't let me down. For the rest of the night until break of dawn, baby, it's the two of us. I know you won't let me down. rest of the night until break of dawn. Baby, it's the two of us. I know you won't let me down. Never let me down. Oh, I know you won't let me down. Never let me down. You won't let me down. You know you make me lose my breath. Just pull me closer, baby. You know we could get undressed. You know you make me lose my breath. Just pull me closer, baby. You know we could get undressed. I know you won't let me down. Oh, I know you won't let me down. No, you won't let me down. Never let me
Welcome back. So listen, guys, that's all I got for you today. But before I go, of course, I want to give you my word of inspiration, and here it goes. Successful men and women keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Let me say that one more time. Successful men and women keep moving. They make mistakes, but they don't quit. Conrad Hilton said that, and he was absolutely right. The worst thing you can do in this world if you want to be successful is give up. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy to do any of the things. You know, they got a special right now called The Last Dance, talking about Michael Jordan. And if you look at that special, those guys put in a lot of hard work, and you wonder how Michael Jordan became the best that ever did it. Well, look at his work ethic. He never quit. I remember the game when he was sick on the court, because that's when I was heavily into basketball, because my mom is a sports fanatic. Like, you would think since COVID been going on, she's like, oh my God, I have nothing to watch because there's no sports on TV. She loves sports. But you become successful by never giving up. Yes, I go through my struggles, but I won't quit. I tell everybody, when they put me in the box, they're going to say, here she lied, an entrepreneur. She's probably up in heaven starting a business. Oh yeah, I'm going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. And I'm gonna be up there with God saying, God, let's put this business idea in that person's head. He probably gonna, you go sit in the corner, Audrey, because you drive me crazy. It's your fault, darling. But anyway, listen, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, Georgette, for being here and giving us the word for the week. We appreciate that as well. I'll be back again on Monday, same time. Remember, it's Wednesday coming up. You got to listen to the whole show. If you missed any parts of the show, go back and listen to it, because yes, I'm live, but it's also recorded. Monday and Tuesday, I'm going to say something in the show, and you have to listen to the show so you'll know the question I'm going to ask on Wednesday at 10:30. Win It Wednesday, you got a chance to win prizes and gifts. All kind of little things that's going on, but you got to be able to listen to the show and get the correct answer. First person calling with the correct answer will be my winner. The number you're going to call is 678-608-1413. Again, the number is 678-608-1413. Write that number down, put it in your phone, set a reminder on your phone to call in at 10:30 on Wednesday so you don't forget. That's how I don't forget stuff. I put everything in my phone. It gives me an alert. 5 minutes before the hour, 5 minutes before 10:30, call in. All right, or listen in so you can get the question. Appreciate you so much. It could be anywhere in the world. You spend the last hour and 10 minutes with me, and yes, it was an hour and 10 minutes, guys. And listen, I've been telling you for about a year now, I plan on expanding this show to 2 hours. I just have to find enough content. I want you to listen to me talk for 2 straight hours. So I have to figure out how the program is going to run so I can run it for 2 hours. But I'm going to be doing some other stuff too. So, The plan for Good Morning Gwinnett is to take it to a 12-hour show. Nope, can't do it by myself. We'll not be talking for 12 hours. We'll be bringing on more guests between the hours of 12 midnight, which was when Good Morning Gwinnett officially starts at midnight, to 12 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. So that's a plan in the plans, in the works. So stay tuned for that. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 o'clock, same time, same place. Be sure to share the show with your friends. Follow me on Instagram, Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Facebook, Good Morning Gwinnett. Follow me on Twitter at GM Gwinnett. And be sure to download the app from your app store so you never miss an episode. Thank you again for listening. And until next time, stay safe, and make it a great day. Bye, y'all. Bye, G.
Bye.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you missed an episode, go to www.goodmorninggwinnett.com to catch up. If you liked this episode, subscribe to the show now and share it with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit www.noisemedia.us.